We talked about something that hit home for a lot of people: emotional spending. The four triggers: stress, reward, comparison, identity, that silently drain your family's wealth. And I gave you one question to carry with you: is this a financial decision or an emotional decision? If you have been using that question today, you already know how powerful it is. Tonight, I want to talk about something even more invisible, something doesn't feel like a problem, something that actually feels like progress. And that's exactly what makes it so dangerous. Most people don't become financially stressed overnight. It doesn't happen with one bad decision. It doesn't happen with one emergency. It happens slowly, almost invisibly. Every time their income increases, when income rises, something else rises with it: lifestyle. And that quiet, comfortable, perfectly reasonable shift is called lifestyle inflation. And it is the silent killer of family wealth. Discipline builds generational strength, but only if discipline grows faster than lifestyle. Let me describe something that's going to sound very familiar, not because I know your life, but because this pattern is nearly universal. You get a rise, you've been worked hard, you earned it, your employer recognized it, and naturally you upgrade something. Maybe a nice car, the old one still works fine, but you've earned something better. Maybe a bigger apartment or a house with an extra bedroom. Maybe you start eating out more often, better restaurants, better experiences. Maybe you fly instead of drive, stay at nicer hotels, shop at different stores. None of these are bad decisions by themselves. I want to be very clear about that. Upgrading your life as your income grows is not a sin. It's not irresponsible. In isolation, every one of these decisions makes perfect sense. But here is what nobody tells you: when lifestyle grows at the same speed as income, something dangerous happens. Your paycheck is bigger, your bank balance is not. Your title is higher, your financial position hasn't moved. You feel richer, you look richer, but your actual wealth, the gap between what you own and what you owe, the money that's working for your future, that number hasn't changed. In some cases, it's gotten worse because the bigger lifestyle comes with bigger obligations, bigger mortgage, bigger car payment, bigger monthly commitments. And now you need that higher income just to survive. What was once a reward has become a requirement. What was once a luxury has become a necessity. And the financial freedom you thought more income would bring just moved further away. That's the trap. It doesn't feel like a trap because every step felt like an upgrade. But upgrades without structure are just more expensive chains. Let me make this concrete: two numbers, one story, and it will change how you think about every raise you ever get. Imagine someone early in their career earning $60,000 a year. They are careful, They live within their means. Rent is reasonable, car is paid off, they cook most meals at home, monthly expenses about 4,000. That leaves $1,000 a month of margin. It's not a lot, but it exists. That margin is potential. That margin is where wealth begins. Now, fast forward 10 years. Career has gone well, promotions, new opportunities, income has doubled to 120,000. $60,000 more per year, which is $5,000 more per month. Where did it go? The apartment became a house. Mortgage $2,200. The paid off car became a financed SUV. Payment 650. Eating at home became eating out 3 times a week. One vacation a year became two or three. The kids started activities, dance, soccer, tutoring. Clothes got more expensive. Groceries got more organic. Subscriptions multiplied. The gym, the streaming service, the meal kit, the premium app. Monthly expenses now $9,500. Income after taxes approximately $7,500 per month. The margin negative. They are now spending more than they bring home. At $120,000 a year, double the income, less than zero margin. 10 years of career growth, 10 years of raises and promotions, and they are in a worse financial situation than when they started at $60,000. Still living paycheck to paycheck, but now with a much more expensive paycheck to keep up with. That's lifestyle inflation. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't feel reckless. It feels like life just got better. But the math tells a different story. Now imagine a different version. Same person, same 60,000 start, same growth to 120,000. But every time income increased, they made one rule. Half the rise goes to lifestyle, half goes to structure. They still upgraded, they still enjoyed life, better home, but not the biggest they qualified for. Better car, but bought it used and paid it off quickly. Better experiences, but with an allocation, not on autopilot. The other half of every raise went to protection, reserves, growth, quietly, automatically, before lifestyle could absorb it. 10 years later, this person's lifestyle is comfortable, not extravagant, comfortable. But their financial position is transformational. Reserves built, family protected, money compounding, real wealth growing underneath a life that doesn't need to perform for anyone. Same income, same career, same 10 years. One has a lifestyle, the other has a future. The only difference was one decision. Don't let lifestyle absorb every rise. Now, here is why lifestyle inflation is so hard to fight. It doesn't feel like a problem, it feels deserved. You worked hard for that promotion, you sacrificed weekends, you missed family events, you pushed through difficult projects, and now you want to enjoy the fruits of that work. Of course, you do, that's human. And society reinforces it at every step. Your coworker gets promoted and buys a new car. Normal. Your friend gets a raise and moves to a nicer neighborhood. Expected. Your family sees your career growing and assumes your lifestyle should match. The pressure comes from everywhere. And here is the subtle psychology. When you don't upgrade after a rise, it feels like you are falling behind, even though you are actually getting ahead. That's how powerful the social pressure is. Doing the right thing financially can feel like deprivation socially. There's nothing wrong with improving your quality of life. I want to say that clearly. You should enjoy your life, you should celebrate your progress. The question is not whether to upgrade, the question is at what pace. The problem happens when every increase in income becomes an immediate and equal increase in spending. When there's no gap between earning more and spending more. When the raise disappears before it ever had a chance to build anything. Because that's the moment financial freedom stops getting closer. That's the moment it actually starts moving farther away. You're earning more, working harder, achieving more, but the finish line keeps receding. And one day you look up and realize, I've been running faster on the same treadmill for 10 years. That realization is painful, but it's also the beginning of change. Because once you see the treadmill, you can step off. So, what does stepping off look like? It's not about freezing your lifestyle forever. It's not about living like you earn 40,000 when you earn 150,000. It's about creating a rule, a structure, a system. Financial discipline means doing something different from what everyone around you is doing. When income increases, lifestyle should grow slowly, but financial structure should grow immediately. Here is a simple framework. Every time your income goes up, raise, bonus, new role, side income, anything, before you touch a single dollar of that increase, decide in advance where it goes. Ask three questions. One, is my family's protection stronger this year than last year? If not, that's where part of the increase goes. Not to a new car, to protection. Second, are my reserves deeper this year than last year? If not, that's where part of the increase goes. Not to a vacation, to reserves. Three, is more of money working for me this year than last year? If not, that's where part of the increase goes. Not to a lifestyle upgrade, to growth. And whatever is left after those three questions are answered, that's your lifestyle increase. Enjoy it fully without guilt because you earned it and you have structured it. That is the difference. Most people upgrade first and hope there's something left for a structure. There never is. Builders structure first and upgrade with what remains. There always is. That one reversal, structure first, lifestyle second. That's the discipline shift. It doesn't require extreme sacrifice, it requires sequence, protection, reserves, growth, then lifestyle. In that order, every single time income changes. And here is the beautiful part. When you do this consistently, your lifestyle still improves, just slower than your peers, but your wealth grows faster than almost anyone around you. And 10 years from now, while they are still on the treadmill, you are free. I want to leave you with one thought tonight. One idea that separates people who build wealth from people who just earn income. Wealth is rarely built through dramatic decisions. Nobody builds generational strength with one bold move. It's not the big investment. It's not the lucky break. It's not the windfall. Wealth is built through quiet habits repeated for years. Small margins protected every month. Small disciplines honored every paycheck. Small choices made when nobody is watching and nobody is clapping. The choice to not upgrade the car when everyone else does. The choice to allocate before you spend. The choice to let your money work even when it feels slow. The choice to play a long game in a world obsessed with instant gratification. Those small choices, repeated across years, compounded across decades, that's what builds something your grandchildren will benefit from. Lifestyle inflation is loud. It announces itself. It impresses people. Wealth, wealth building is quiet. It compounds in silence. It, it changes generations. Be quiet with your wealth. Be quiet with your wealth. Be loud with your discipline. Discipline builds generational strength. So here is what I want you to do. Think about your last raise, your last bonus, your last increase in income. Where did it go? Did it go to structure or did lifestyle absorb it entirely? No judgment, just awareness. Because the next raise is coming, the next bonus, the next increase. And this time you have a framework. Structure first, lifestyle second. Protection, reserves, growth, then enjoy. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about something that connects everything we have covered this week, where your money actually goes. Not where you think it goes, where it actually goes. I'm going to ask you to look at your bank statement, and what you find might surprise you. If this perspective resonates with you, if you are starting to see your money differently this week, join these conversations regularly. We explore how money, mindset, and behavior interact every single night. Type 30 days in the comments if you are building with me. I go live here every day at 9:08 p.m. Central Time. Small changes in awareness can transform long term financial outcomes. We don't chase money here, we build structure. Discipline builds generational strength. See you tomorrow.